Hi, my name is Courtney, and today I'm discussing the reactance of capacitors and inductors. The first thing you should understand is that even though reactance is a form of opposition and measured in ohms, it is not the same as resistance. Reactance is a function of the applied frequency. Okay, so capacitor reactance is the opposition to a change in voltage across the capacitor, whereas for an inductor it is a change in current. To determine capacitor reactance, we need to use the formula Xc equals 1 over 2 pi Fc, where X is the reactance in ohms, F is the frequency of the voltage source in hertz, and C is the capacitance of the capacitor in farads. The formula to determine inductive reactance is XL equals 2 pi Fl, where similarly X is the reactance, F is the frequency, but L is the inductance in henries. We could also write these formulas using the value omega equals 2 pi f. You would use this when working with a scalar measurement referring to the angular displacement per unit time. Let's use what we have learnt and complete a few examples. Here we have a circuit with an AC power source of 0.5 Hz and a capacitor with 0.05 farads. Let's press play to make sure that our circuit works. Here we go. Since there's an AC powered circuit, the current is going to be constantly changing directions. So for the capacitor, there's going to be electrons forming on one plate, and then the other plate, and then back again, etc. This is because AC circuits and current act like the sine wave curve. To find the reactance, we use the formula reactance equals 1 on 2 pi Fc, which we know F is 0.5 Hz and C is 0.05 farads, which we can see on the circuit. Putting these values into the formula, we get this equation, which we then get the answer to be approximately 6.37 ohms. What we can determine from the formula is that because it is a fraction, as the frequency increases, the reactance decreases. Now, let's look at an example for an inductor. Here's the formula, and frequency has remained the same, but we now have an inductor with 50 henries. Plotting this into the formula, we get reactance is equal to 2 pi times 0.5 Hz times 50 henries, which we then get the answer to be approximately 157.08 ohms. The difference with inductors and capacitors is that if we look at the formula, we see that as the frequency increases, so does the reactance.